We are back with another video. This time we are going to be focusing on Viper smokes on the map ASCENT. So for you guys who just unlocked Viper or you've been maining Viper since the closed beta, this is a video that you are going to want to watch because this is all about her smokes. There are some one-way smokes, some are more just for strategic pushes, so there's going to be a lot of them, and specifically 18 of them. So if you find this helpful in any way, make sure to scroll down and click that like button, and while you're down there, click that red big subscribe button so that our channel can grow. It truly helps me out a lot, and I appreciate it when you guys do, and lower that 94% of unsubscribed people who come and watch these videos. Now, there's again a lot of smokes here, so I don't want to keep you waiting. Let's get started. The first smoke we're going to do is going to be at the corner right here on this box. All you're going to do is look all the way up, line yourself up with the corner of this square, move it to the left right here on the roof, and all you're going to do is simply give it a quick toss. That is going to land right on the A door right over here, and you can activate it to block vision from this side. Okay, now the next one is going to be landing right at the motor by the door. First, you're going to be right here in front on the side of this vehicle, what the? Anyway, you're going to line yourself up with this tip of the antenna, and all you're going to do is toss it, and that is going to land right here on this side of the motor. Now the next thing we're going to do is actually at the same spot, so you're still going to go right here, but now it's going to be right on top of that motor, and it's going to create a one-way smoke for that motor side. So again, at the bottom of this antenna, you're going to go all the way down right over here, and you're just going to toss it again, and that should land right on top of the motor right over here. That creates a one-way smoke if anybody is playing that side over here. First, line yourself up with this line on spawn, and then again walk at the other side next to the wall. Put your crosshair right here in the middle right over here, and all you're going to do now is completely jump up and toss it. That should land right on the other side of the Tetris right over here, so now you can block visions on this side of the Tetris. This can also partially block people right on heaven playing right here. Okay, now the next one, first line yourself up with the corner of these two boxes, walk across from you right over here, line yourself up right next to these vases of plants. All you're going to do now is jump up and toss it quickly. That should land on the right side of the Tetris on site right over here, and it's going to block anyone that's kind of hiding on these corners over here. Now the last thing we're going to do for your smokes on A site for the Tetris is again, line yourself up with this line, walk next to this wall, put your crosshair right over here, and all you're going to do is do a quick jump and toss it immediately. That should land right on top of the Tetris right over here. If you don't want to put it on your left or your right, you think someone's playing on the back of sight or at hell, that's going to block that vision over there. The next smoke that we're going to do is going to be right here. First, you're going to line yourself up with this line on sight, walk all the way to the corner or next to this wall, put your crosshair right over here, and all you're going to do is take a quick step forward and jump at the same time. That should land right on top of the left side of the heaven right here. It's going to block vision right over here. Obviously it's going to be free right here, but you can't cover the whole thing with just one Viper smoke. Now the last thing we're going to look at is your smokes for the heaven. This is probably one of the hardest ones that I tried when doing this video, so take your time, practice this toss. First, line yourself up right here at the middle of this antenna, lift it all the way up so it's just right above right here this spike, move it back right on top of the antenna. All you're going to do is take a quick step forward and then jump up. That should land right on the right side of heaven or the left side depending on how you're playing it, and now you can defend this side of heaven and keeping this open. Obviously I gave you two options, whatever you want to use if you have a brimstone to work with. Now let's look at your mid smokes and your catwalk smokes. Now I only have one for catwalk, but I think this should be useful enough. Line yourself up with this line over here at the stairs. Feel that first step going up. At the top of this edge, move it to the left. Now toss it as you are coming down from your jump, and that should land right at the corner of the catwalk right over here. Now you can block anyone that's possibly going to be sniping you from over here. Now one of the easiest toss that we can do for your mid control is simply line yourself up at the edge of this box right here. Now all you're going to do is look at the tip of this floating island, go all the way up so that you line it up with the top of this rock. So lift it up, line it up, and all you're going to do is a quick toss. That should land immediately right in front of the entrance of mid if you want to push and take control of mid or kill someone from, you know, catwalk without getting sniped from mid. Now the next smoke we're going to look at is going to be blocking Cubby and Ct for mid. So line yourself up with this line right here. Put your crosshair right at the edge right over here. All you're going to do now is toss it as you're going to reach your peak or your jump. Now that's going to land right on this right side over here. And now it's going to block this vision, and then you can see if you could peek here or here. Or if anything, you can simply use that to clear this front entrance, and then you can take out the smoke and clear everyone, depending on how well you make that toss. Now let's look at the smoke that you can do for the opposite side. So instead of Cubby and Ct, this one's for Market and Ct. Stand yourself right here, line yourself up with this, and right on top of the stairs at spawn. Put your crosshair right about here on this cloud, and you're going to keep it there. Take one quick step forward, jump up, and then toss. Like so. That should land right in front of the doorway right here, and that's going to block Ct and of course the Market. Now you can peek this room, and this angle's right here before you even peek these sides. Now another variation of a throw that you can do for mid is essentially lining yourself up again at spawn by this chair. Walk all the way up until you reach the top of the stairs over here. Now right here, this kind of light faint slant blue line, put yourself up at that tip, lift it all the way up in between those two clouds, and all you're going to do is take a quick one step forward and then jump up and do a quick release of the smoke. Again, quick one step, jump up, and then release it. It should land somewhere in this area right over here. And now you can block basically the kind of middle of the site, and now your team can basically push anyone that have pushed forward right over here without having to worry about anyone that might peek you over here. It's just a deeper way of throwing a smoke from the entrance all the way here. Now the last thing we're going to look at for mid is just a smoke solely for Ct. Now line yourself up at the spawn with the edge of this chair. Walk all the way up on top of the stairs right over here. Now all you're going to do is you see this light blue stuff right here coming all the way down right at the edge of this roof, and all you're going to do is take a quick step forward and then toss it. That should land right at the back of Ct right over here. Now you can block anyone that's possibly sniping from here. Obviously I give you a lot of different variations of smokes for mid, so use it whatever you think might be more useful, especially if you have teammates like Brimstone or Jet or Omen. Okay, finally we can look over smokes for the B site. One of the probably most useful one that you can do is a one-way smoke for Ct. Line yourself up here, make sure you're right before the front of this wood. Now look through this window right over here. Just aim right at the edge, and all you're going to do is simply toss it, and that's going to land right on top of the Ct. Now you can create a one-way smoke for when you push forward. Now the next smoke that we're going to do is for the platform door right here in front of Market. So stand right here in this corner. All you're going to do is look up the clouds right here at the edge, and all you're going to do is jump up and quickly toss it up. That is going to land immediately in the front at this corner right here, right where I just told you, and that's going to block anyone that's going to be looking through the door right here, and more importantly anyone that might possibly be hiding here. And if they do stay here, well, they're going to be at 1 HP. That should be a free kill. Okay, now the last two smokes that I'm going to show you is basically, again, on the same side, right here at this corner. First one's going to be at the box on the B site right over here. Sometimes someone holds that when you walk catwalk. So look right here, put your crosshair. You see this line, diagonal white line, put it at the tip of that. And all you're going to do now is toss it up right at the top of your jump. Simply release it. That should land exactly right on top of the box on this site, right over here. So now you're going to block anyone that's holding that corner, and you can freely walk catwalk and clear the site. Okay, now the other one and the final one of these smokes for your Viper guide on Ascent is going to be, again, for your convenience, at the same corner right over here. All you're going to do is look at this cloud right over here, and you're going to lift it up until you reach this light blue spot of the clouds. I know it's all arbitrary, but once you get used to it, trust me, these smokes are very helpful. All you're going to do now is jump up and quickly release it. That should land again on site right on top of the Tetris box right over here. Now that's going to block anyone that's possibly playing by the boxes over here, so you can clear right here, possibly clear anyone that might be here before you even jump down.
Poison's off.
That just makes your job a little bit easier. That is going to do it for this Viper guide video. I hope you found it helpful. I know there was a lot, but I hope I did not take up much of your time so that you can go in custom, try this out yourself, or in unrated, or wherever you want to try it. I hope you found every single one of these smokes helpful, because it truly took me a long time to find every single angle for any of these smokes. Some are easier than others, so I hope you take the time to practice it. And again, if you find this helpful, useful in any way, go ahead and go scroll down, click that subscribe button as well as that like button, because it helps the video out. It shows more exposure. I still don't understand the whole YouTube algorithm stuff, but thank you for the support. And if you want to see more live Valorant content, click that Twitch channel below. Give me a follow so you are notified when I do stream. You are going to enjoy it. Thank you so much. We'll see you on the next video. Subscribe down below. Thanks.